This is the Daily Social Distancing Show with Trevor Noah.
Now, as you know, usually on the show, we would cover all the latest coronavirus updates. But today, we had a really special guest who came on the show. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, the man who is at the helm of the biggest coronavirus hotspot in the world right now. So for today's episode, we decided to air the full interview where we talked about everything from his meeting with Trump to the rollout plan for New York's reopening to what it was like having coronavirus hit his own family. So here it is. Governor Andrew Cuomo, welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show.
Pleasure to be with you. I'm a big fan.
Well, thank you very much. I think everyone is a big fan of yours right now because more than ever during this pandemic, people have sought out leaders who communicate effectively and seem to know what they're trying to do. Nobody has all the answers about coronavirus, but people look for leaders who know what they would like to do. Let's start off with New York. Where does New York stand right now in terms of the numbers and in terms of its trajectory?
Well, the good news is we have shown that we can control the spread of the virus, right? Which people take for granted now, but I wasn't always so sure. We could have taken all these measures, close down, stay home, and we could have seen that spread continue to go up. That would have been a really frightening place, but that was a possibility. We showed that we can control the spread. It went up, the so-called plateau, it hit a flat spot, and now we're on the downside of the plateau. The question is, how fast is that decline, and how long does it take to make the decline? We have about 1,300 people per day, new diagnoses coming into the system. We lost about 474 people yesterday, which is a horrific number, but it's the only good news is it's less than the previous numbers of people we lost. And the hospitalization rate is coming down. We have about 16,000 people in hospitals. So the numbers are all on the decline, and that's the good news. How long does it take until that number gets to a small enough level where you can sleep at night and not worry about it? Could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, could be 6 weeks.
You're balancing the pressure of the people who want to and need to get back to earning a living, and also, the pressure of keeping people safe as a leader. How are you weighing these numbers? Is there a point when you say the risk is worth taking to go outside?
Yeah, you put the question very well, and often the question is more important than the answer. And here is one of those cases, I think. That is the balance. The pressure that people are under is phenomenal. It is traumatic. This is traumatic for people, and that's the way I think about it. You're right, the economic pressure, you have no paycheck, but meanwhile, they're still sending you the bills. There was the bill collector is an essential worker, and they're piling up on your desk. You don't know when you'll go back. You don't know if you will go back. Mm-hmm. You don't know if your job is still there, if your business is still there. You've been in the house with the family for a month. It sounds romantic the first 7 days, and then it gets highly stressful when you have everyone in that environment with nothing to do and everyone has their own stresses. So people are about to burst on one level. They're under that kind of pressure. On the other hand, we had 474 people die yesterday. You tell me how many people go outside today and touch other people. I'll tell you how many people walk into a hospital three days from now. The cause and effect is that tight. This virus communicates and transfers that quickly and that precisely. So you take a situation like New York City, where social distancing cannot happen by definition. Nobody gets 6 square feet of real estate, right? You don't get 6 feet on a subway car or on a bus or on a sidewalk. You will see those numbers go up. It is an impossible balance, Trevor. It's impossible to make both sides happy, if you will. Mm-hmm. And you just have to accept that. And for me, it's going to be about the data. We're going to do testing. We're going to look at that hospitalization rate. We're going to look at that death rate. And you don't start to reopen until you have those numbers under control.